Welcome to the Tingle Tailor Navy Suit for War workshop. Mr. Tingle Gold Trader, of course. Yes, I remember your phone call before. Tell me, how may I help you today, sir? All right. I see. So you're looking for a couple of new ties. All right. Made of gold, of course, of course. Sure. I can see you have today a really nice tie. That is a woven silk tie with some, golden threads. You'd like more gold than that. I see. Well, what we can do first is take some measurements back. If you let me. Let me just find your card before. Alright. The Tingle Gold Trader. Yes, I will need some new measurements. Alright, first, may I untie your current tie? Thank you. Let me just pull your cutter up. Tie this one. Alright, let me just put it here on this chair. Right. So, let me just take this button off. Down. Alright, so I'm gonna take some measurements of your neck circumference and your color also. Let me just warm this up. Alright. That is much different. Alright. Let me just double check from the other side. Alright, I see. Let me just write that down. one last measurement. Just gonna button up the last button and just measure your color size, of course. Alright. I need to make a little bit of alterations on your dress shirt, Mr. Tingle Gold Trader. Let me just write that down. Alright, so you were looking for a couple of ties made of gold. Well, let me just start by just make a list of what you're not interested in, just to make sure we are both on the same page. So you're not looking for greens, of course, even this one that may look like gold, but it is not, of course. It is green. And it is made of silk only. You're not interested in greys and blacks and white, no blues or purple, of course. You're still not interested in burgundy, pinks, purple also, red and orange, maybe like this one that is not made of gold but might suit your wonderful style, because I can see you have a white suit and some leather waistcoat. Alright, so this might fit, but it is quite thick. I believe this is a 5-fold silk tie with some thick interlining, maybe. That would not go well with what you're wearing. Let me just also eliminate the browns, the cream, maybe. Sure. So you're still not interested in white ties, of course. That would be too much. You know, yes, I understand. This is what you call a sign of being poor. But anyway, yes. If you could have a golden suit, you would wear it, I know. But in the meantime, you have a half golden woven tie, so let's just keep it gradual. Alright? I believe I should not suggest you this yellow wool tie. That would go perfectly with your style, but I believe you enjoy the warmth of the climate, so this is not what you will wear in your office. Golden office, I see. I beg your pardon. Oh. It is hot in your office because of the reflection of the sun and the gold. Yes, of course, I understand now. Alright. I enjoy showing the best thing at the end. Let's dive into what I can say is related to your activities. For instance, we have this tie that is a silk printed tie that is not made of gold. However, I think in terms of style, that will suit perfectly the rest of your outfit. Very classy, very wealthy, but not made of gold. Let me just put it on the side and save it for our choice. Alright. This one also, but might be too dark for you, but that would go extremely well also. This is a printed silk tie. Alright, I see. No worries. Let me just put it back. I will not show you this one, even though I like it. Take a look at this tie. That is a very interesting tie because the patterns are actually made of the letter G, like gold, of course. Can you see them? This is thousands of G for gold. All the G are forming O, like the O that goes after the G. In the gold, of course, you can find whatever you want. This would be the L shape and the D. Well, let's not talk about that. So, tie with gold leather, not made of gold, of course, but we have this yellow tie with some blue diamonds shape, printed silk, very nice. I believe there is a certain percentage of gold, of course, within the silk, but you only see it when you look at it closely. You want it to be seen from further away. How surprising. Alright, Mr. Gold Trader, have two remaining ties. One is made of 90% of gold. The other one is a bit less. I believe this is a 68% gold, but that will also go well with your outfit. The first one, the 90% made of gold tie, is this one. This tie is woven with golden threads, and there is a structure that you can see between the squares that is not made of gold. It is really hard to get 100% gold tie, of course. So we have this one. Yes, we will try it, of course. And last but not least, we have this one, which is made of 52%, sorry, 32% silk and 68% gold, particularly on those woven squares. But the brown silk reminds me of your waistcoat, and the more light squares reminds me of your suit, of course, even though this is not white, this is polished gold. Alright, so let me just sum this up for you. We have a tie with the G letter for gold. No, this is not the gold tie for the poor. No, absolutely not. This one, which will go perfectly well with your outfit, but unfortunately is not made of gold. Alright, let's eliminate this one. And this 90% gold tie. Alright. Sure. And this one, which is my personal favorite on your outfit. 68% gold, 32% silk for the structure also, and some patterns, of course. Alright. I get it. You don't want this one. Sorry. You know, I do my best to find what matches the best, the Tingle inhabitants. So I found this one quite, there is a G for gold, but I forgot. It's not the word you're looking for, it's the matter itself. So we're left with this 90% gold tie, woven, of course, 10% structure, as you can see. Alright, we'll try that, of course. And this 68% gold, 30% silk tie. That is extremely what's the word? Elegant for you. Mr. Tingle Gold Trader. Let's try those ties. You just pull your cutter back up. May I remove your golden short cutter stays? Of course. You'd like to start with? Of course. Of course, of course. The 90% gold tie. So this is a rather thick tie, of course. So we'll make a 4-in-hand knot. Yes, it sounds rather dry, because this is not a common fabric. Alright. 4-in-hand knot. Brilliant. That is an extremely shiny tie, of course. Yes, very nice. I would keep that for special occasions. Alright. But you do you. Let's try. The other one. So even though this is a woven tie, it is rather thin, so we can make a thicker tie knot. Let's go for a half Windsor. Perfect. Brilliant. Yes. Yes, of course. I would advise this one for everyday life, of course. So, remember to always untie your tie the same way you did tie it in reverse. To untwist the fibers, especially with golden thread woven ties. Alright. Let me just put your original tie back. Yes, that is a 40% gold tie. Indeed. Yes. All right. Now, let me just put your ties in a box. Like this. There we are. Your two ties made of gold. I suppose I should send you this at your office. Sure. Well, thank you, Mr. Tingle Gold Trader. Of course. Bye-bye.